All right, class. So we are going to continue on with our videos. In the last video, I showed you how to create your document so you can set up your Adobe Photoshop file. I made two sizes, the 4x4 or the 5x7. For your project, you can choose one size. It seems to be easier. The steps that we're going to go through right now will apply to either size. So I'm just going to close one, um, and we'll continue by showing you how to open up your files like images and then interacting with them in your layers in your Photoshop document. So what I did is I collected some images from my camera. I drew some things on pieces of paper, took pictures of my lunch, um, and so I could show you a variety of kind of drawings and images. I took these scans of drawings that I did with an app called Tiny Scanner. Um, and I just had it on my phone. So, you can draw anything. If you have a doodle kind of practice, you can do that. But I wanted to use lunch from a long time ago, some paper cuts, more paper cuts, more lunch, and some rocks that I found on the beach, and plants outside, right? And this was a self-portrait I did, kind of rough. Um, so variety, but all from me. So same for your images. They are all your images, nothing Google found. That's the objective, right? Kind of in theme with the artisan soul. Like, it might not be perfect, but it's yours. So I kind of, you know, wanted you to feel empowered creatively. So I know it might be scary, but you go for it. So I opened up the documents, and the first thing that you have to realize is in Photoshop, there's various ways to do one thing. I'm going to show you a couple ways to copy and to paste things, and then you figure out what works best for you. Okay, the crux of Photoshop and copying and pasting is you make a selection and then you copy and you paste. So there's another way to do it. I'll show you that really quick right now. So here is our document, right? And I saved it and I named it. So it's a PSD and it's going to be a layered file, as you'll see. I do want to, of the images that I opened, I want to use this one, like so, as one of my images. And I'm going to show you one way of copying and pasting this image to here. So you can select this image. You can tell it's highlighted. And then I'm going to, this is your layers palette window. You double click it so you can unlock the layer. By default, it's always locked at the beginning. And I'm going to right click. You can do this on your trackpad. And I'm going to go duplicate layer. And then it asks you the destination. And I want to tell it, go to this photo collage file. And I click OK, and it makes a layer. Okay, so this is my photo collage file, and it pastes it right in there. Super easy, I think. Another way, another way, and I'll pick this one, is you can get your marquee tool. So here is your marquee tool. Basically, it makes, you click and drag and you can make a selection, and then you can go edit, copy, or Command C, just like when you're copying text. copy, and then you click into this new document and you paste. Okay, so I want to build up at least, 8 or 10 image layers, because I want to use this document, right, to create my 5 photo collages. So for our project, our definition of a photo collage is basically 2 or more elements is going to make up an image, that will qualify it. This will give you enough uh, kind of layers to play with, and you'll see what I mean. Um, but for this, beginning round, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the images that I want to use into my layered file, because when I am able to put it in my layered file, then I can manipulate it and retouch it, and then I'll eventually be able to save out the different files, because I've got 5 to do, right? So copy and pasting. Must have been hungry to choose food items. Why not? So for this one, select that. Then I'm going to right click, duplicate layer, select the photo collage PSD and click OK. I have a couple more. I used that one. I used that one. Didn't use this one. Let's try this one. So I'm going to right click, duplicate layer, photo collage. Okay. Once you've put it in your layered file, you can close this. Make sure you've saved this. So saving it, you can do Command S or File Save. And I think we should have enough. We'll put, I don't think we need this. Wait, that's good. All right. All right. So here are my layers in Photoshop. As you can see, they are in a particular order. I can click and drag my layers, so different things are on top. It's viewable, like what you see right now, it's top to bottom. So if I turn this off, this is the image of the food, this is the flower, right? All of my images are fairly recognizable to me, but if you have a lot of different elements, you can also label your layer, just so you don't have to kind of squint if you forget. And sometimes you might have layers that look a little bit the same as they're teeny tiny. So I'm going to just double click, and then so these dots, I wanted to show you that I drew them, one. And if you are thinking, I can't draw anything, I think you can draw a dot or a circle, and then you put lines inside, right? So kind of try and push yourself, think creatively. If you do lines, you can do a series of lines, and you'd be surprised how powerful a series of lines can be when they're all together. So we've labeled the layers, and you can turn your layers on and off using this eyeball here. So in our next video, we're going to kind of explore how to now manipulate the layers, right? And move them, because you might want to move them in different locations. So for the next video, we'll look at that. But hopefully that will get you started find the images you want to use and copy and paste them to your document. Okay, and always don't forget to save. Command S. All right, till next time.